Here comes the Spirit of Freedom. She's a 58-foot trad built in 2007 by Severn Valley Boat Centre. Some of our more long-term viewers might remember her. We've sold her a couple of times before, most recently to our current owners in November 2019. They did have an in-water survey at the time, which is available for viewing in the office. She was last blacked in April 2023, including the bow thruster tube, and the tunnel bands were repainted then as well. And the engine was last serviced in August 2023. Cabin roof was repainted in December last year as well, so it's looking pretty shiny. The gunnels could do with a little bit of a touch up, but other than that the paintwork is in reasonable condition. Caught a glimpse of the side hatch there. There is a side hatch on both sides of the boat, and they have external weather covers that match the cratch cover here. Cratch cover is in reasonable condition. Going to step into the 4-foot well deck. There are bench seats either side, and this camping table folds up, but that's suitable for alfresco dining if that's your sort of thing. Cratch board glazed, that opens so you can let in some light and fresh air if you don't want the cratch open. Bow thruster battery in there. Bow thruster is a Vetus 55 kgf. On the other side, in the other locker, there is some tins of paint, so you can touch up those bits of paintwork if you need to. Glazed forward doors, and then stepping into the 11'2" saloon. Head height on board is 6'4". So sofa bed here that converts into a double berth if needed, a little footstool, and then a bubble multi-fuel stove. Forward steps lift up, you could store some stuff in there, and also the water pump is in there as well. Space there for a TV. Those cables connect to the MaxView self-seeking satellite, and then in this cupboard there is also a CD radio, and there's a false back to it with a little more storage as well. 3 more cupboards on this side with shelves inside, and then we're going to move into the dinette. Dinette seats 4, it's 6 foot and converts into a spare double when needed. That has the other side hatch opposite. There's a cupboard on this side accessing quite a lot of under bench storage, and then in this drawer over here is a 12-volt Shoreline freezer. All of the curtains have been matched to the boat. It's a nice little feature with all of the matching upholstery as well. Before we move into the galley. Galley is 9 foot, Corian worktops, cupboards and shelves above. Another little cupboard here. She's fitted out in American oak faced ply with oak trim throughout the boat. It's a really nice finish on everything. Lots of cupboards, lots of drawers in here as well, which I'll show you shortly. 4-burner gas hob and another large cupboard underneath that. On the opposite side you've got the drawers that I mentioned. Have a look at those shortly. Tucked in here we've got microwave, we've got a 6-bottle wine rack, cupboard above the oven. The oven itself is a Spinflow Midi Prima Mark III eye-level oven and grill, and that sits above the 12-volt Shoreline fridge with another icebox. Worktop is embedded within the Corian. There's a water filter, drinking tap, and then the drawers that I mentioned. I won't bore you by showing you every single drawer, but you get the idea. Another quick look down, and then we will continue through. The bathroom is next. The bathroom is 6 foot. It's the only section that's not oak face ply. In here it is tiled. Thetford cassette toilet on this side with a swivel seat. More shelves on the other side and a ceramic wash basin. There we have the Zanussi AquaCycle 1300 washing machine. More cupboards. And here we have a hip bath with a shower over. There is also an extractor fan and light above here. Quite useful having the extractor fan above the bath there. Moving into the bedroom. The bedroom is 8'10". You've got wardrobes and cupboards either side as you first walk in. All of the electrics and the master control panel is in the top of this side. Hanging rail. wardrobe here, and there are drawers underneath both of the single wardrobes as well. Same on the other side, just behind the main door. There we are. Lots and lots of storage in the back cabin, actually, more than you would usually expect in a bedroom. And the reason is the bed currently is set up as 2 single berths, but they can convert to a cross bed here. So as singles, they're 5'8" by 2 foot, and it extends to a 6'2" long cross bed. There is of course the usual amount of storage underneath both bunks as well, and cupboards above the foot end on both sides. There's storage in this aft step. It's a little tricky to access single-handedly, but you get the idea there. And then we're going to step into the engine room. Housed below is the Barrowshire 45 horsepower engine. I mentioned it was last serviced in August 2023. In here as well is the Eberspacher hydronic diesel fired system, which is connected to 3 radiators and a towel rail. However, the Eberspacher is currently not working. Got the tumble dryer in here as well, and then we're going to step out onto the stern deck. Taff seats on the back, and there is a view from the helm. I've mentioned the central heating. The hot water is heated by the engine and usually the Eberspacher when working. There are 4 110 amp hour domestics with a brand new starter and brand new bow thruster battery. She is lit with LED throughout. There is a Sterling 1.8 kilowatt inverter. It's a Sterling battery charger as well, with a landline hookup and galvanic isolator. It's also a 3.5 kilowatt Dometic travel power generator, which will give you 240 volt power when you're running the engine, which is an added bonus. There are 3 13 kilogram propane bottles in the forward locker with a changeover valve, and she of course comes with all of the relevant navigation equipment. There we have it. For the Spirit of Freedom, further photos, fully downloadable colour brochure and the price, visit our website at rugbyboats.co.uk.